You are tuned in to What Up Baltimore online radio. Please note that the views and opinions expressed on this channel are of the host and not of Lady J Media. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, What Up Baltimore TV. And if you really don't want to miss any of the shows, hit that notification bell and you'll get a message every time we come on. Now, we got it from here, so sit back, relax, and stay tuned.
Hey guys, Baltimore, Texas, man.
Hi, how y'all doing? I want y'all to come on down here to see this tax man. He's been my tax man for 3 years now. 3 years, and he's a good man. You can trust him with your money. You can trust him. I'm telling you, because he is good people. So please come on down here and show us some love.
But then in 2012, one lady came to my office. She was 80 plus years old, a retired principal. She said, I like your service, I like your hospitality, but why your office is not busy? I say, I don't know, because I don't know the answer back then. She said, you need branding. I said, okay, can you help me with the branding? So she said, where are you? I said, I'm in Baltimore. She said, what are you? I said, I'm a man. She said, what do you do? I said, I do income tax. She said, your name should be Baltimore Taxman. So since then, I changed the name Baltimore Taxman since 2012. I got so busy, thanks to God, that I'm swamped now and people start knowing me.
First time doing tax work, Baltimore tax month, very successful.
Okay, so you're on. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you guys? This is Baltimore, Texas, man. I'm Rana. I'm here with Lady J. Dr. Lady J, I gotta say that.
Yep, we're here. So everybody, we're here with Mr. Ahmad. Well, we call him King, Baltimore Tax Man. So this is his first time coming on this year, because he's been on before. So this is the first time coming on this year. So he's going to be doing his show about money, about taxes, about finances. If you need money or you're looking for money or trying to find some money or how to get it, this is the person to talk to. So he's going to be coming on every Thursday, everybody, every Thursday at 6 p.m. Make sure that you tune in so you can learn how to save money and how to file those taxes. So, Ahmad, I'm going to let you get started and tell them a little bit about what you do while I'm sharing your shows.
Okay. So, everybody, this is Ahmad Rana, Baltimore Taxman, located at 300 East 25th Street, Baltimore, MD 21218. You all can Google me. I'm 5 stars, and touch wood, more than 400 clients we did last year. Over 25K we donated to community and charity, and over 500 hours last year. I personally donated my time as well. So time and money, these things goes together. Money you can make, today and tomorrow, but time you can't make it. So very important in life is your time. So once you give somebody time, it's similar you giving them money as well, because that time you can use to make more money, or you can use that time for your family, your friends, but you're giving them the time. So that way, time and money goes together. To make money, you need to have a passion. If you don't have a passion, what you do, you are wasting your time and other people's time. If you just want to do hustle, hustle is good for 6 months to 1 year or maximum 2 years. But to find your niche, to find what you're passionate about, that's what you need to do in life. So I become Baltimore Taxman 2012. I shared that story before, but since I'm coming back to Dr. Lady J show after a long time, so I'm gonna share it again. Before 2012, I was not making money. I was just using my last name, Rana Financial Associate, like everybody does. In 2012, nobody knows branding, and the social media was not there. So one lady She was retired principal from one of the schools. She came to my office in 2012 in the same location. I've been here since 10 years and I've been doing taxes for 20 years. So she told me, son, you are doing everything great. Why you are not busy? Your office is clean. You have your knowledge. You have a good staff. You're offering free coffee. You're buying people lunches. I said, I'm not sure, ma'am, why I'm not busy. So she told me, you need branding. And like I said before, nobody knows too much about branding, especially me being, 10 years back. I'm 38 now, so 28. So social media was not there. I said, what do you mean? Can you explain? She said, where are you? I said, I'm in Baltimore. She said, what you do? I said, tax. She said, who are you? I said, I'm a man. So she gave me that name, Baltimore Taxman, a retired school principal. I haven't seen her. She was still coming to me for COVID, but I haven't talked to her in COVID. And I hope she's well. But she was an old lady, so I hope she retired somewhere, sitting in Florida in sunshine. Yes, Doctor J. I believe that's enough about me. So now, any questions? I'm ready for you.
Okay, so we don't have any questions yet, but I wanted you to talk about because we're entering into tax season. So I wanted you to talk about how people can prepare. A lot of people are panicking right now with, getting taxes prepared, filing, and all of that because people are still trying to recover from the pandemic. So if you could talk, are there any new tax laws that people need to be aware of?
Yes, that's a very good question, and that's a very good topic to talk about. So, number one, don't be panicked. Choose your taxman wisely or tax woman. Choose your tax preparer wisely. I'm not just a tax preparer; I'm also an accountant, and always check their Google reviews. The why I say that, because Baltimore Taxman has been 5-star for a couple of years now. And to be 5-star business, especially tax business in Baltimore City, and over 400 Touchwood clients, thanks to Allah, you have to do something right. So always Google that about the tax laws and everything. Yes, tax laws has been changes because last year in COVID you were getting more refund and you can use your 2020 income, the EIC credit as well, and plus a lot of people were getting stimulus and some people didn't get the stimulus, so you used the recovery rebate credit to get them that. The refund were much higher than this year, and this year is different. So, and we have to know one thing: if a government gonna pay you money, nothing is free. They're gonna make the money somehow back from you. If you're a small business owner, entrepreneur, you use your business bank account. I've been teaching that. I've been telling people, use your profit and loss. Do your profit and loss before you go to the tax place or before you go to tax preparation, because in that way you will make your job easier and your taxman job easier as well. You will know how much did you make and how much did you have to pay expense and what's your net income. The net income, that's where you're going to pay taxes. For W2 employees is simple, but a lot of W2s are coming, they didn't pay their federal tax or they didn't pay the state. Oh, I did tax exempt for 6 months. No, you can't. They told me to do it. No, you can't. Because whatever dependent you have, show that dependent one way or other way, you're not going to get your money. If you didn't pay the taxes whole year, you're gonna pay at the end. So your refund gonna be low. Yes, you will get the income credit, a child tax credit, but in the same time, don't do exempt. So don't panic. Just choose your tax preparer wisely.
Mm. That's some really good advice because I think now people are like really struggling. They're really struggling like money, with money. Finances are just really tight. So I know one of the problems that I ran into was um being on disability, and while I was sick and somebody was taking care of my personal finances, I didn't realize that money wasn't being taken out of the the check every month. And so I ended up owing a lot of money at the end. And so can you talk about that, because I think most people are not aware of that, that happens, because like you said, you have to pay at the end.
Yeah. So what happens? See, like if you receive a 1099, a 1099 is self-employment income, or you are a non-employee contractor. They changed it to NEC. Before you used to get miscellaneous income. Now is non-employee contractor, like self-employed or contractor. So what I tell all the entrepreneur or everybody, if you're getting that income, that the whole income doesn't belong to you. After expense, let's say if your net income is like 10,000. you're gonna owe almost 20% to 25% taxes. Unless you have dependent, then it will give you the refund, and you will pay the taxes, self-employment taxes, but you will still get the refund and an income credit. 20% of the income that you make on self-employment after your expense should be kept in a side for a whole year. You can do monthly basis, quarterly basis, or whichever easier for you, because that taxes you have to pay. Like you said, people forget when they make money, they want to spend all the money. But remember my formula I give you before. Whatever you make, let's say if you make $4,000, 1,000 should goes towards your saving. That saving you can use to pay taxes at the end. That saving you can use for investment at the end. The $3,000, the 75% left, 25 should goes towards your car, your phone, your insurance and everything. And 30%, 25% should goes towards your home, like $1,000 rent, or it can be 30%. And the rest of 20% or 25% you can use for entertainment, clothes, eating out, and everything. You need to budget out. Why people are tight right now? Because of inflation. People are still making the same money, but remember, people were a lot of people start hustling, and a lot of people start build up learn new skill. They open businesses during COVID.
Mhm.
During
Mhm.
COVID, you had PPP, you have SBA, and people were still making sale. People were getting unemployment. So a lot of has to do, because before then social media people were not using to learn the skills. People were just using social media for entertainment. But during COVID, if you notice, a lot of people use social media to learn new skill, and they started their business. But
Mhm.
to start something is easy. To maintain something is hard. I can start any business. You can start any business. I give you example. Like one lady starts selling cosmetic products. She was making good money during COVID because people had money coming in. Now she is not making that sale like used to, because people know what their need is. Like three things any person need. Number one is food. Food, we cannot live without it. Number two is clothes, so we have to wear the clothes. Number three is shelter. So these three things are important. And that three things, if you're spending more than 50% or 60% of your income, you're not doing something right. Either you need to sit with the financial advisor, or you need to budget yourself, or you need to learn the videos or skills.
Mm. Okay. And what is the credit for if you have children? Like is there what's the tax credit
See,
now?
additional child tax credit is $2,000 per children if they are under 16. If they are over 16, then it's less than that. But see, a lot of time you don't get a lot of refund from just children tax credit. You get a refund from unincome credit as well. So you have to keep in mind, because I don't want to say something, then people will call me, and they always does. You said that on a live. You said that every case is different. And then
Mhm.
1098T tuition deduction comes up, and then it depends if you have a W2 or if you had a self-employment. So every person taxes is different. Like, it's example, if you go for a blood test, if you go to a doctor, so everybody blood test and sugar and blood pressure are going to come different, all the vitals. So same thing with the taxes. Oh, my girlfriend got this much money back, why I'm not getting this back? Your girlfriend has different income, your girlfriend had different scenario, you have different scenario. Don't compare apple and mango.
Mhm. Mhm. And you deal with people that have taxes that are really easy to those people who have taxes that are really, really hard that you got to work at to figure out what's going on, right?
See, I don't like taxes easy. Easy, anybody can do it. I love taxes which are hard. I like especially working with entrepreneurs. I like taxes working with business people. I like taxes working with people who like to invest money. I
Mm-hmm.
like working with people who can learn and achieve, and they can, every year add that profit 10 to 20% in their business. I like doing taxes for the people who bring me the most complicated taxes. Like I give you example, one gentleman, he owns the IT company. He was taking the payment on his name, so he couldn't tax write off a lot of things. So I set him up the LLC and a tax ID. So this year he can tax write off insurance, gasoline, repair maintenance. He can lease his car. He can pay a phone bill and everything. And then he owns a lot of properties. So what happened? He was not financially literate. So what happening? He was just have hired the manager. The manager was collecting rent. He
Mm-hmm.
was not working on profit and loss. He was not taking the depreciation from the property. So I set him up. Help him, and now he's good, and he's going, to be a successful businessman. So I don't like easy work. If I would be easy work, then I wouldn't be Baltimore tax man.
Yeah, I think you would be bored too. I think you'd be
Yes.
doing the easy stuff. So Ahmad, talk to us for a few minutes, because in the intro of your video, I love that story about how you became the Baltimore taxman, because a lot of people are getting into being entrepreneurs. I had someone call me today who's really thinking about quitting their job and just becoming an entrepreneur. So talk to us about becoming an entrepreneur, the things that um because you helped me a lot, like you with all of this. This is because of you. So help me to help everybody else to understand like the life of an entrepreneur, how you get started and all of that.
First of all, thank you so much. You give me an honor to, uh, uh, inviting me on your show and giving me credit for your success. But I think it's mostly 80% is your success and 20% is the motivation for people like me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very good topic that you choose. Yes, don't quit your job. That's my advice to the person who want to start a business. I give you example why. If you have 6 months of your income, let's say if you make $3,000, if you have 18 to 20,000 dollars in your bank account for 6 months, you can survive. Start your business, jump in a water, you will learn to swim. Either you will drown or you will learn to swim. But if you don't have any money in a bank for 6 months to pay your bills, don't start the business. Wait for 6 months to have that money in the bank, then you can start your business. Second thing is that, like I said, opening any business or starting any business is easy. I give you example of my business. 2012, like you said, share that story, so I'm gonna share it again. I was doing Rana Financial Associate, like last name with my business. Nobody was coming to me. I had only first year 2003, I had 68 clients. 68 clients back then, if you do the math, minimum you charge like $200 fee. All you make $14,000 for a whole year in a tax season. So I was still doing my part-time jobs. I was still doing MOD manager on duty for a hotel. I was still doing the jobs to take care of the bills. $14,000 not gonna pay my bill.
Right.
2012. It took me 9 years to understand. You cannot understand in 1 or 2 years. It took me 9 years. When that lady came, she told me about the branding. That's how I become Baltimore Taxman. Since then, touchwood, my clients going up.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, if my 10% or 20% business don't grow up, all the previous clients gonna come to you. But to get the new business, the new client, that's the toughest thing. So how you get it? Google reviews, people are checking. Your social medias, people are checking. And the way you handle the client, like I said, I don't make them clients, I make them family members. So that's why I have from grandmother to granddaughter coming and grandfather to grandson coming to my office. And I have people coming in for like 15 years, 10 years. I think the first 10 clients has been coming to me for 20 years. The first 10 clients, they're still coming to me. And
Wow.
their kids are grown now. The kids are like all married and their kids are coming to me.
Mm-hmm.
So entrepreneurship, I love that. I love the idea. You can wake up anytime, you can sleep anytime, but still need scheduling, still need time management, still need budgeting. Find yourself a mentor before you start any business. Spend 6 months to 1 year or 2 years with that mentor. Don't go for the big companies because you will not learn a lot in corporation or corporate of America. Go for small business. See how this person build up. If you want to become a lawyer, you want to become an accountant, look for that lawyer who's not only making money but also satisfying the client. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing something for money, it will run for 6 months to 1 year or 2 years, but it will not gonna last longer. See, it's like relationship. You like somebody or somebody likes you, for 1 year, 2 year, but unless you don't get married to that person, you don't know how either you love them fully or not. So
Right.
that's why if the ring on the finger is not there, if the budgeting is not there in business, relationship and business are similar. It goes both ways. I try to give similarities, analogy of couple of things because people understand relationship better than business. So
Mm-hmm.
I tell them the way you treat your relationship, the same way you treat your business. So the way
Mm-hmm.
you spend time, the way you invest time in
Yeah.
relationship, the same way you invest time in business, and both goes together. If you are
Mm-hmm.
financially strong, your relationship gonna be happy at home. If
Mm-hmm.
you are struggling financially, then you're gonna struggle in relationship as well.
Wow. That's powerful. And it's true. I never even thought about it that way. That is really true. That is really true. So when you said 9 years it took you to get it.
Yeah.
to figure out. Wow. So once you got it and you got like a formula together, because I think that's the thing that I had to learn, and I learned from you, is what works for me, what's going to work for me, like what formula is going to work for me to do this platform. And that was the one thing I learned from you, is just I can't look at what everybody else is doing on their platform. I have to figure out what works for me and then build from there. So because in Baltimore, it's amazing. I'm amazed at how many people actually know you, north, south, east, west. Like you say King, and people know who you are. So that's really good, because you did something that nobody else is doing. You have a formula that nobody else is doing that really works for you. And I think that's the thing that entrepreneurs need to know more than anything. It's about you individually. You have to come up with something that works for you.
Yeah, that's a very good topic. I give you example. Like why it took me 9 years, because you have to understand something. I was born in Pakistan. I came, when I was 14-year-old to New York. My first job was distributing flyers. And then I moved to Baltimore 20 years back in 2003. And then being coming born was born in Pakistan, and then grew up in New York, and then coming as a young man. You don't get all the benefits that an American born person get. You don't get all
Right.
the benefit. English is my second language, and I speak a couple of other languages as well. Still I have an accent sometime, and I don't know, you understand me, but sometime, when you have to switch to the languages, the accent comes in.
Right.
So you have to understand the culture differences there too. And the belief in yourself is the key here, and believe in
Mm-hmm.
God is the key here. So when God tests you, the God give you money, but God tested you or test you by giving you exam. Are you going to keep that money for yourself, or are you going to help the community? See, not too many people understand the formula. The more you give to people, the more money you make. When I used to drive
Mm-hmm.
Toyota Corolla, I was paying Toyota Corolla bill. Now I drive Cadillac Escalade Mercedes, I'm paying Cadillac Escalade Mercedes bill, because it's multiply the good deeds. And plus,
Mm-hmm.
you do from the heart, you don't do for the money. So let's say if the client cannot afford my fee, I give them discount. Whatever they can afford, I work with them. But what's going to happen, that client going to refer me two people. That two people I
Mm-hmm.
can make them. So out of 400 people, if 100 people I'm making the less fee, 300 people I'm making my fees, it will be even out. But at the end, the 100 people that I'm giving them discount, they are the one who going to refer me business. They are the
Mm-hmm.
one who say go to King or go to Taxman, because it's a community service too. And community
Right.
is very tight in Baltimore, because everybody knows everybody. It's a small town. It's a small
Mm-hmm.
city. And to make a name, it takes years to build up the reputation. Like for example, to grow your hair, it takes 3 months to 4 months. See, I'm bored. But to shave it, it takes only 5 minutes. So your
Mm-hmm.
reputation is, to build a business is key. But to stop, to let it go, or to shave your head, it takes only 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So work hard. Don't worry about the result. Failing is okay. First attempt in lesson learning. Failing is okay. I failed a lot of times. If I wouldn't be able to, if I wouldn't failed before, I wouldn't learn a lesson. And then
Mm-hmm.
keep the positivity. Answer your phones. Number one for entrepreneur. This is what a lot of things I don't like. They hire, small business, they cannot afford like, whole secretary or whole staff. So what do? You answer your own phone when you can, because that
Mm-hmm.
phone call, somebody call in your office, and somebody pick it up, they couldn't satisfy them. You're gonna lose a couple of
Mm-hmm.
$100 minimum. So once you answer
Right.
the phone, you can satisfy them. If you are busy, text them back with your information and let them know you are busy, but they can always text message you. That's what I tell people. Don't call me every time. You can text me. If you really
Mm-hmm.
needed to talk to me, then let's set up a time we can talk. You know. So communication is the key word, and time management is the key word to be a successful entrepreneur.
Okay. Now I'm switch up a little bit. Do you find that a lot of people are getting tax refunds?
Yeah, people are getting tax refund. State is doing a couple of days for the refund, and February 15, I think the first date people will start getting the federal refund.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Okay, good.
see, if you are depending on that refund to do a lot of things, that's when you haven't done your saving for the last year. Refund
Mm-hmm.
should be a bonus. It should not be your saving. It should be a bonus. It should be a uh, cherry on cake. You know what I mean? See,
Mm-hmm.
if
Mm-hmm.
you are just depending on the refund to do certain things in your life, that means you didn't do enough saving or you're not financially stable. So don't look at
Mm-hmm.
the refund. Look at the refund for bonus. You know, like how you get bonus, you can enjoy a little bit of vacation or a little bit out, going out and enjoy the moment. That's what refund should be. But the real money should be your saving and your investment.
I am so glad you said that because a lot of people will say, I'll pay you when I get my tax return. And it's just like, if you don't have it now and we got to wait until you get your tax return, like it doesn't make sense. And so, you said they can start filing on February 15th is when they
No, no,
can,
no. Tax season started January 24. I have done over 100 people taxes already. But
oh, okay.
February 15 is the first date that IRS will give the refund from the federal. The state is already
Oh,
issuing. People are getting the refund from the state. You know, but February
okay.
15 is the first date that federal government will give the refund. So you have to understand, state refund is smaller, and the bigger refund is the federal. So a lot of people wait for the federal refund. That's where the unincome credit and child tax credit comes. So let's say if somebody is getting $10,000 refund, 8,000 will come from the federal and 2,000 from the state.
Okay. Okay. And they can come in your office. Now, what are the hours that you're in your office?
I'm usually available until 10 o'clock, p.m. and I am available after 10 a.m. So 10 to 10 I'm here, but sometime I step out to go to lunch and go to banks and make my errands. So the best time is if you coming to me for first time is to come afternoon or evening, or I'm 7 days I'm here. Like, even though people ask me, are you crazy, why are you working 7 days? So I tell them why, because Sunday is the most important day, because everybody's off after church, they can come. It's more relaxing, and people, you can sit and take time, to go through their financial, especially business community. They come on Sunday, and entrepreneur, a lot of people don't like working Sunday. I work Sunday during tax season. Like last year, on my calendar I didn't take a day off, and since January 18 this year I haven't taken a day off. So 7 days a week I work, and always can text me. I give you the time, and we work on it. But you have to understand, after April I don't work that much. So you
Mm-hmm.
got to balance out your life. So during tax season, if you're an accountant, you got to make that money and then work hard. But number one is satisfying the client. Satisfaction is the money back guaranteed. So if the client is satisfied, they will come back. They will refer you more business.
So, before I say this, if you're on the radio or watching us and you want to call in and ask a question, feel free to do so. Hey, Crystal, I see your comment. So the call-in number is 443-297-4753. You can call in and ask any question you want. So, Ahmad, outside of taxes, what else can people come to see you for?
They can come see me for their business, LLC setup, their non-profit especially, and real estate investment. How to invest money in real estate and business. I do business buying and selling. I do business brokerage as well. But they can text me or ask me anything. Like, I give you example. One gentleman called me. He said, I live in Texas. I see you're live on Larry Wallace Facebook. I
Mm-hmm.
already filed my taxes, but can I ask you a question? I said, sure. He said, you told me that I have to have a LLC and then I can lease my car on my LLC. I said, yeah, you need to open a LLC and lease your car. So I'm helping him in Texas, not in just Maryland, to do his LLC. And then I'm teaching him how to get the car lease on his LLC and everything. See, you have to understand, tax preparer are just prepare the taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Account and people, financial advisor, or just say consulting, they are the
Mm-hmm.
ones. They can teach you for the next year as well. They can teach you how to save taxes for next year, and they can tell you what formula they use. Then you can use the same formula. I already told you about the 5-year formula in a real estate. I think we will wait for the in couple of weeks to talk about the real estate formula and the real estate investment. So because I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to talk everything in one live, we gotta let
Right,
people,
right.
wait for it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. This is like the introductory, everybody. So I want to make sure that you get to know him. For those of you who don't know him, and you can get your questions, your comments, and all of that. But I was asking that because more and more I'm running into people who are entrepreneurs, and I've seen people start up and just fall apart, and
Let's
it's
do this.
because, yeah,
Let's do this. The next show we will do is Schedule C, business income and expense, profit and loss for entrepreneurs. Especially,
okay,
you choose any topics: cleaning services, transportation, limousine company, or cosmetic services, or your media services, or any profession you choose. We will work on that, and I will have a Schedule C for you, and I will show you what tax write-offs you can do, and then
okay.
after that show you can do on rental and investment income.
Oh wow, that's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big one. So Ahmad, before we go, anything you want to leave with anybody? I know we gotta give the information on. Oh, the last question I wanted to ask: do they have to come in? Can they just drop the taxes off and come back and get them later?
Very good question. See, this is the question I think you asked the best question at the last. Try to understand something. If I have these many files,
Mm-hmm.
it's 42 people files here. Now I want you to answer that question. I'm going to give you example. If you go to a chef, you are hungry, what do? You sit there, wait for the
Mm-hmm.
chef to prepare your food, to give it to you, right? Chef not
Mm-hmm.
gonna give you his recipe, chef gonna give you the food, and then he gonna charge you money, right? So for the
Mm-hmm.
new client, you can answer the question, but the old client who are used to of that food or my services, yes, for the new client, answer that question for me.
Well, the new client, I would sit there and I would sit with you because I want to make sure that everything is done, and and you understand what I'm looking for, and I'm asking the questions. So I would definitely sit there, and I
See,
was asking that because
if you
look, in
drop
this
off
day,
some.
yeah, nobody likes to sit. Nobody likes to sit and wait. That's why I was asking you that. People just want to drop it off and go.
No, but see, the thing is that I don't mind they dropping off. They can text me, drop it off. If you are old client, because I know your scenario, I know what you like to eat, I know how to make your financial, I know what you're going through. For the new client, we gotta sit together. That's why I give 15 minutes to 30-minute free consultation. I don't charge anything for 15 to 30 minutes. But come
Hmm.
on my time where I have time, because see, I usually have 7 to 10 appointments a day, because you have to understand, if 90 days and I did over 400 clients, that's mean I did 4.5, almost 5 client per day, because some
Right.
snow days and some days it's less client. And I tell you this, when is the snow, my office get more busier. I guess everybody stay home so they can come walk. And I don't know, snow days is most busier. So for new
Wow.
clients, text me, bring all your documents, bring me your last year tax return too, so I can review it, and I can see if that person did a good job, that person did a great job or okay job, or what he missed or everything. Nobody's
Hmm.
perfect, but let's sit together for 30 minutes, come by, no charge, and I give free estimate. So for example,
Hmm.
if you bring your paperwork to me, you're not satisfied with my service, you don't start satisfied with my fees, we still make friendship, and I will still treat you with a smile, and I still give you a coffee, and if it's a lunchtime, I will buy you lunch as well.
He will. He will, guys. He really will. And you know what? You are a true example of somebody who um, you give without expecting anything in return. And I know that's why your business is so blessed because I have seen you over the years just give, And I think that's something that I want people to always remember with these shows and even with the station, because I do the same thing. You have to give. In order for you to receive, you have to learn how to give. And that's a big part of your growth and the love that people have for you because you give so freely, and you don't expect anything from it. So Thank you for doing that. And I really believe that's
Before
why you're here.
before we leave, I'm gonna give you last example. You're talking about
Mhm,
giving. As a Muslim, we have to give zakat. Zakat means we have to give charity and donation, which is 2.5% of your income, net income. So let's say if you make $100,000, after expense $50,000, you save your 2.5% gonna be, around like $1,250. So you have to give that to community as a Muslim. But I
mhm,
give you example. You've seen the pizza, right? Why pizza have slices?
mhm,
Let's say the medium pizza has 6 slices, the large has 8, and then extra large has 10, and the king size pizza has like 16. Can you eat the whole pizza by yourself? No.
mhm,
If you're gonna eat it, you're gonna have a digestion problem. You're gonna have, diabetes, blood pressure, or you're gonna get fat, right? Obesity. So what do? You eat 2 slices or maximum 3 if you're a big guy. But the other 3 slices from medium or the other 4 or 5 slices, what you will do? You're gonna share. So same
mhm.
thing. The more you share your wealth, the more you donate, God will give you more. It's just
Mhm.
a belief that you have to do. And don't just make money for yourself. People around you, help them to make money with you, and you're gonna be more successful.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad we're back together again. I've been like super busy, but thanks to you. I gotta say thanks to you. Like, you pushed me. So guys, let me tell you real quick what happened, right? So I didn't really know him at first. I met him through Leroy McKenzie.
Yes,
But I was going through, yeah,
Doctor Leroy Quincy.
Dr. Leroy, yeah. I was going through my moments of just like I didn't know what to do. This man right here, you never know who's watching what you do, but he was watching what I was posting on Facebook, and he said to me one day, "You need to have a magazine." And so he was the one. When you see the What Up Baltimore magazine, that was his idea. He not only gave the idea, he put the money to it. Talked me through how to put it together, really blessed my life, and then told me that I needed to leave where I was. You remember that?
Yeah, I
You said I
remember.
needed to leave, yeah, leave where I was at. He was like, "Why are you there? And you need to start your own station." And so all of this is because of Ahmed, and I am so appreciative because so many great things have happened. It's just been crazy, unbelievable, and so many doors have opened, and that's all due to you, and I thank you for pushing me because I was stuck, and sometimes you can't really see what you can do unless somebody really starts pushing you and encouraging you. So I really appreciate that, and not only myself but Eric, and so Eric is doing really well right now, and so we truly truly thank you for that. I have to come and have lunch with you one day. But guys, that's what it's all about. So when you hear him on here talking about money, about being an entrepreneur, about building wealth, he actually means it. And like I said, he puts his money, his time, his talent where his mouth is. And so that's why I really love him. So any last words before we go?
Nothing. Thank you so much. It's an honor, and I hope you become more and more successful. And I hope everybody around us and they become more successful. Of course, number one is health, and number two is wealth. So let's focus on our health and let's make the wealth. Thank you.
That's right, everybody. All right, everybody. So stay tuned. We got another show coming up at 8 o'clock, everybody. This is a brand new show that's coming up. We get 2 new shows tonight. So that's good. And we got another new one coming up. So stay tuned. Now remember, this show is going to be on Thursdays at 6 p.m. If you miss it, just remember that you can go to the YouTube page. It's What Up Baltimore TV, or you can watch us on Facebook. You can watch us on Twitter. you know all of those are live. You'll see little snippets on Instagram that will take you back to the page, so you won't miss it, is what I'm saying. You're not going to miss it. So don't get upset, and it'll be shared. Do us a favor, make sure you share the video. We want you to share it as much as you can. And to the people in the radio, thank you so much for listening. Again, you can go to ladyjmedia.com and you can go to the web page, and it will pull up this show if you need to go back and listen to it again and watch it. All right, Ahmed, thank you so much, and I'll see you again next
Thank you.
Thursday, okay? All right,
Next.
thank you guys. Have a good evening. just wanted to let you know that the host of this show appreciates the time that you've spent with them. Now, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with everything that we're doing. And most of all, thank you for tuning in to What Up Baltimore online radio, where the people have the power.